which will be just a very perfect anti-anxiety, perfect relaxation. I just want to kick back, kick off my shoes and relax my feet and inhale this weed type of blend. I'm ready to do it already. So shout out to this mixture. And shout out to the aromas that are in the air. I'm excited to present to you this tea blend to go along with the beautiful pairing of majestic herb.
Amen to that. Shout outs to this real time editing.
And the real of the time
And the
of the edit.
time of the edit. Hmm.
Yeah, because you don't want too much over there. There we go. That should be enough. You got too much over here now. There we go. Do you remember?
Yes, I believe that. Let me give a shout out. They're not paying me to do this. I don't know these people personally, but shout out to Restream. We're working out, as you can see, multiple camera angles and the audio at the same time. It looks like when you switch cameras, it turns the mic off. So.
Turns that mic off?
Well, that's the camera that's on.
Right. So
when I went to your small camera,
it turned the big camera off?
I didn't have your mic on, so I'm not sure how much of that audio came through from the beginning to when we first started hearing the echoes. Because I noticed that the green thing wasn't moving anymore.
Let me introduce my tea again.
That would be nice. I can make sure that I got it. Because I don't want to miss that magic. Yes, we are on the close cam looking at your white gloves as you prepare this magic.
I am excited about this blend of medicine here. And how it's going to pair with that beautiful herb that Mills just presented to us. You know, this one has the energy of detoxing. You know, so detoxifying the blood, detoxifying the liver, allowing the fluid of our body to be able to move and not be blocked. With the Karasi, it also has hints of pine in here, fresh pine. You have lemongrass, you have lemon peel, and then you have some droplets of lavender. So this is a perfect blend to kick off your shoes and relax your feet and heal yourself while you're smoking some weed. And I cannot wait to do just that. It's gonna ground you. We're also tapping into your cerebral. So talk about your foot on the ground and your third eye wide open. This is the perfect blend to be in balance with your duality. I was ready to taste it myself.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And then over here in the green cam, almost finished breaking this up. Oh man, sound okay. Uh-oh. Mm-hmm. Just for the sun.
able to pair pine, you know, when it comes to teas. Pine is a very indigenous tea. You know, when you speak about cleansing, pine is so cleansing that it can also cleanse your floors.
It is. And it can.
You know, so this is definitely a very shamanistic blend and experience. And I'm excited to have the cannabis remind me of a tree that's in my backyard.
The medicine is all around us. And that's really what this is all about. It's like, yeah, this weed is great, but there's so much medicine to be found, not just in this particular plant, but to respect just how much medicine is in this one herb. It's taking a whole nother blend of herbs to get the same type of effects that this one little plant right here has. That to me is amazing. But also knowing that, hey, I don't have to smoke this J. I can just drink this tea. And it would give me the same experience and feeling that I'm looking to get for the most part. We about to roll this up though, and I'm really gonna let y'all know what kind of experience we talking about.
Even though that you don't have to roll it up and smoke it.
Yeah, you don't have to, but
that don't mean that it ain't about to roll it up and smoke it.
And let me give a shout out to Sips Trees, awesome company out of NYC that really does turn your weed into tea and you sip it. I'm here for that. I'm here for all of the intentional consumption plans that are out there, man. Shout outs to the homie out on the West Coast, Green Girl Goddess doing her thing with the tea time and the herbal blends. I love it. I love it. I wrote my, I started the Green Life. Shout outs to the Green Life. Always branding. But I started this in 2016 because I was so passionate about the necessity of this knowledge of what is your nose telling you when you smell the bud. What does it mean? Not just what these smells are, like, oh, that smells piney, or this smells this smells that, but what is the experience that this is about to give me? So now that I'm all broken up, let's switch cams. Once again, I love y'all so much for riding and rolling with the punch. I do feel like I need to chart to have only one mic. While you're out there in the audience, if you could comment real quick, because again, we family at this point, all right? It's just us, it's me, it's you watching. Let me turn to the right camera. TV makes this look easy.
It makes it look real easy. But then also they have a great budget on TV. That means they have a you on stage.
Yes.
And they have about 40 other yous behind stage to make it look easy.
If my friend Dale, I'm gonna call, he gonna fight me seeing this, like, man. And I saw my man Sweets in the store the other day too. But as you said, and I respect it. I respect the budget of the people that do what they need to do. And yes, for sure, I'm gonna have to hire at least one. At least one. And I say at least multiple times because maybe it's two. I don't know. Because it's one to be on there and then another one to listen, you know? And my two people. Set the scene, reset the scene. Oh, that's right. Only on LinkedIn can I do this.
Reset the scene. Not LinkedIn. That's a thing that they also do on the other platform. What does they call that thing? When you sit on the phone and you listen to people talk?
The chat line?
I mean, the party line. Not the party line. It's that app that got really popular during the pandemic. And you can like Clubhouse. That's the resetting. I never heard too many people reset.
Oh yeah, let me reset the room real quick. Oh wow. That was a thing. Okay. Y'all still ain't comment yet and let me know how the audio is. Now that I have these two mics open, I don't know if it's gonna feedback or what. Hopefully not. Looks like it just chooses the mic it needs to choose at the time, and I see the green lines going up. So I just can't hear myself. Oh, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Well, that's good enough for me.
I can hear you. I am also sitting beside you.
That is true.
You need fire.
Oh, I have some.
Well, what about the place for the ash?
Ah, I don't have that. Oh, I do. I have a travel ash. Oh no, I left it over there. I don't have it. The plastic receptacle, yeah.
Nobody want that little travel ash.
Ah! Why you say it like that?
I mean, I thought it was something
Nobody want
grand
that travel
to look at. I thought I was like, oh my gosh, I looked at it was just a container.
It is just a container.
There's nothing wrong with containers.
It's not a special snazzy. There it is. I hear me now. Like I said, the question is, am I doubly delayed? So, to the one person who is in the room right now, shout outs to you. Please comment, chat if you can, if you got free hands and you're able to, and let me know how the audio sounds right now. I would hate to continue going on flavor after flavor, or even in talking about what this tastes like in my mouth, if you can't hear me clearly.
We don't want to miss finding out what it tastes like, y'all.
You don't want to miss that. You want to know what just happened in my mouth. It's amazing. Spoiler alert. Yeah, I can't tell. Oh my gosh.
I was trying to connect the seed.
Let me do something really. Okay, there was only one clap. Great. Right? There was no lighter echo.
This is all because of the lady.
See, I knew it. Okay. Let's mute you and see what happens. Okay. Oh yeah, that was a serious echo. You person in the room, you didn't say anything. Where did that even come from? What did you just? I'm so confused.
What is it getting feedback from the people? I think we're good.
Yeah, I fixed it, and we're good. I'm using that as the sound. Fantastic, cool. All right, let's spark this up. That's genius.
So special.
Let's get into this dry pull. It tastes even more complex than what it smelled like. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to taste the tea that you're gonna make because I feel like it's gonna taste like that.
Yes.
Yes.
They
We
came
did
together
that.
very well.
We did that. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
It's happening.
They came together very well.
It did.
You know, the right amount of honey and the right amount of lavender. And it's going to give you everything that you need.
Man, so, can't wait to sip that tea. Make sure that you pull up on us at Fort 20 DC for this exclusive blueberry pop lavender house blend.
I sure up. And that is Saturday. So this coming Saturday, you will be able to find us. The ceremony of majestic medicine. We have the herb and we have the tea. So the herb and the medicines for all of your modalities.
Yep. Man, this is what I want in the morning. Like, this tastes like I took a hike.
I like that description.
It tastes like outside, and I want to be in it with this. It's so much of an upper. I almost wish we're smoking it less. Like, maybe we should have started with the heavy ones and ended with the sativas. because this bitch gonna pick me up from wherever I fall. And I like that for her.
She's gonna pick me up from wherever I fall.
Yeah, she is.
You know, it's interesting because when you mix lemon and you mix lavender together, it's one of the strongest medicines when it comes to depression and anxiety. So literally about that chick lifting you up about no matter where you fall. You know, one of the strongest medicines is simply adding lemon and lavender together. You know, if you find yourself with struggles. So I'm loving your intuitive knowledge over there, boo.
Oh man, it's the we may be doing. Shout outs again to Network Farms for coming with this beautiful flavor. We're gonna get into the next one real quick. Are we good with the blend for the blueberry? Because it's on camera, or because you
No. We have we have everything on the camera.
okay.
The ingredients simple. Caressy, thyme, lavender, fresh lemon peel, and lemongrass.
Mm-hmm. All right, whenever you're done with that. So, work perks. As I talk about how I need somebody who can do a job, but I really can't pay you a lot of anything, really. Attention, that's about it. But because there's no one else here and we're on camera, you know, this J is just going to waste. But when there are people in the studio audience or on the studio team, this is your time to shine.
Your time to shine.
It's your time to shine.
It's your time to shine.
There's a lot of extra flowers, there's extra material, there's leftover J's, and these all go to the victor goes the spoils.
It just sounds like this is such an abundant occasion, so whoever comes to be a part of this will also get a chance to experience the abundance.
Yes, and what an experience this is. So, that lemon cherry gelato got my people in a choke hold. Okay? They got them in a choke hold. I'm people in a choke hold. That being said, I was very excited to smell this particular cultivar because it didn't smell like all the other lemon cherry gelatos. This, and maybe that's what makes it super. Once again with the lemony, but it's not as piney, and there's a funk and a musk, a sweet musk underneath it. I'm smelling the myrcene coming through on this one. Definitely the limonene. And what's underneath is interesting. I don't know. There's a spice in there. There's definitely some caryophyllene. So caryophyllene, caryophyllene, you know how you feel about it. Beta caryophyllene, to use her whole name properly, not to get confused with the alpha, with the delta. That being said, this beta, this fucking sacred words, this lovely terpene is terpene that behaves like a cannabinoid. When I say behaves like a cannabinoid, I'm referring to how it responds to your endocannabinoid system as it pertains to its anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving benefits. This caryophyllene is also found in your black pepper, red pepper, white pepper. It's like what makes things spicy. Word to some of these arthritis creams and pain creams, they have capsaicin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know how to spell it. Using it loud. That's my first time. But they have that in it, which is also one of the things you find in these hot peppers. So that's what I'm smelling in this weed here. What are you getting?
Where would I take this one? That's a good question. I know. I know who wants to be here. Okay.
Okay. Who wants to be here, Baba?
We want the Jasmine to be present. light jasmine sweet. I don't know, not to sniff again. I might have to sniff.
He's sniffing, y'all. He's sniffing.
It might be too sweet. Look how beautiful it is and how it's crumbling.
Oh, you looking at the weed?
You know, that's just beautiful art.
Yeah, this particular cultivar is coming from Penthouse Cannabis. Catch the flowers from those Penthouse boys at Euphoria Healing and H and Vape in Northeast on H Street. So it looks like I am going live to Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Huh.
And I'm just trying to connect them. That's Facebook. But technology on a Monday.
Very excited to be breaking down this super lemon cherry gelato. Tap in, comment, let me know if you're hearing me all right. We had a couple of audio difficulties before, so just making sure there's no echo, nothing crazy.
I know what that could be.
This is the content that people need. See, like I'm not even about to use up all this to roll up. That's extra. Another shameless plug to the fact that we are hiring. Okay. However, we cannot pay you in.
Oh, we pay you in cannabis.
Cash.
And cannabis is a royal green currency.
Okay,
a royal green currency.
it is.
There are people looking at right now that will work for weed. There are people twiddling at their seat because they want to be working for weed.
And people that wish that they could taste this. I wish I could give you this feeling. I can't. If you come and help me out.
Always the case. That's just always the case.
Cause it look good. Let's switch to the big cam. What you doing over there? Nah, the barber cam. Oh, it was too. Y'all ain't not. Y'all wrong and rude for not telling you that it really was acting like your mic was still open that whole time. Learning.
Who do I want to add? Can I smell that again? Is it all on the paper? On the tray? It's that turn. They probably make it smooth. A simple black tea. Um, black tea, goji berry. Where do I want to get the steak from? I think the steak I will add a little bit of
Rooibos, honey bush.
red sage.
Ooh.
Yeah. So for this blend would be goji berry, red sage. Damn, it was the one I had.
Black tea.
Black tea.
I was listening.
Black tea. Black tea. Let me go ahead and get the red sage together. Not just sage, but red sage. For some reason, this one is also giving like a lot of root chakra energy. Is this a sativa or is this the indica?
Sativa.
Okay.
But it is quite a hybrid, so, you know, some might argue against its position in either side. Which kind of is why I really wanted to come back to the teas, because of how unique cannabis can be with its interactions with people's systems. But I found that herbal tea blends tend to be more medicinal in that their expected experience is on par. You know, few people, I am one of the few, but most times if you give somebody caffeine, it's going to give them energy. I can drink a cup of coffee and go to sleep.
Yeah, caffeine puts me to sleep. Caffeine does the opposite.
Yeah.
I can actually do it to wake up.
Yeah. So yes, there will always be exceptions to every rule. But generally, I find that, like, if they say this herb is going to do this, this herb is going to do that. This herb, what it's about to do. Mm. We said it has a caryophyllene. We said it has lemon and it has myrcene, which is interesting. This is not as sativa-like as maybe this should not be number 2, but we'll know after we smell the sour tarts. Our people like indicas, so it's hard to find a good, solid up. Now, the limonene is a mood uplifter, yes. The caryophyllene is going to relax your body, and that myrcene is going to relax your mind. So it's feeling like creativity. If I had to guess in advance, this seems like the type of thing I would want to write some music to, or create, or like write.
I think that's good.
Design a website, like do some shit that requires you to use your mind in an imaginative and creative way.
So before we add fire to that flame, we're gonna have our camera crew to get the camera back to us in the front, so therefore the folks can see us in this moment, and we'll be ready for the next.
Oh my goodness!
Thank you, camera crew. We cannot wait to get you high. And with that being said, we're still hiring for some folks that are intuitive, some folks that are grounded, and some folks that appreciate cannabis and don't just use her. We would love to have you join our team behind the scenes with the camera, the lights, camera, action, because we ain't sorry, Miss Jackson. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Dry pull. It tastes like a fruit, a foreign fruit to me.
See, I like the red sage. I like the goji berry. I'm thinking I would still add like some red rooibos. Is that how you call it? Rooibos?
Rooibos. Didn't I say that?
Ah.
Or did I say honeybush? Rooibos.
Yeah, she's playful.
Mm-hmm.
She's very playful. And this one might this sounds like a good one when it comes to needing help with communication, needing help with like let's say that you kind of shy but you be fronting.
Are you freeing your throat chakra?
This feels very throat chakra freeing. It's like talking, relating. I find laughter to be there. So this feels like just from the dry pool, a very jovial experience. Mm-hmm. But a jovial experience where you're able to articulate for yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, you're not just watching the scene, but you're part of the scene.
Yes, main character energy.
Main character energy.
Yeah, love it. All that didn't even spark it. Always gotta know, does the snozberries taste like snozberries? We know what it smells like. very extremely floral, not as funky as it smells. Very sweet and flower like. Like it's giving lilies.
But remember that's the reason I was looking for a flower. I was like, it's not quite jasmine, it's definitely giving another flower essence.
Yeah, jasmine is heavier. This is light. This is honeysuckle. This is delightful. Another one I would love in the morning. I would love this in the early afternoon. And I certainly would love this before I start writing some shit. I'm already thinking of things as I'm in the midst of talking about this. Like I want to do shit with my brain. Man, this is, yes. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. This is missing 2 ingredients, but this is just how it smells now.
Interesting. Floral again, but rosy. Or maybe that's, is it a rose color?
It's not quite rose. And I thought about hibiscus. If I went to the red rose, I thought about hibiscus, but they said it's not a hibiscus either.
That's kind of spicy, right? Passion flower? No, too, no. Dandelion.
No. Dandelion can be spicy. Dandelion can be better.
Okay. Thinking about the sweet, soft smell.
I think the goji berry, the red sage, the red rose, and the black oblong tea makes it. It's very simple. Just a very simple. Um,
Orange blossoms.
this tea wouldn't require much sweetener because each flavor stands out and independent but yet collaborative way.
I'm so excited to try these teas. You know how tea. Here you go. Okay, wow. Up next. We have sour tarts. Now this one, I literally wrote on the bag umami because it was so savory of a smell, like spicy.
Something I'm still getting high for.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Excuse me.
But I'm not done yet.
I'm talking.
I'm still here.
Having a conversation over here. You're really loud. You think you can run down that?
Support. I'm happy that you knew to ask for support. You asked and you received.
Thank you. My mother's. Really wanted to start breaking this down. Goodness gracious, just without speaking to anyone. Just it is giving the mountains, but without the pine. It's very outdoors, but like almost farm-like. It's like a barn. Yep, it's a funky barn, but I think it's horses. Maybe. Could be cows. Something that I don't know. I can't describe it because it's not like it smells like hay, like in a bad way. Because it can smell like hay in a bad way sometimes. I definitely wish that we were in Maryland with the full profile, and again, shout outs to Network Farms for being about that life and getting these flowers tested so that we can find out more about them. Seeking to articulate the terpenes that I'm smelling. Is it humulene? That one is like barley and hops a bit. Definitely got that myrcene up in it and that caryophyllene that's giving it that funky, musky spice. Because it's definitely a spice. Like it's almost like sage or something. Like I would make some beans with that.
I haven't had this candy in so long that I forgot what even name it is, but it does something very unique.
Hmm.
Interesting. I think I got the profile well.
Well, custom blend number 3 up on deck. So again, we started with the most sativa is sativa, and now we're working our way down into distinguishing these different hybrid and indica dominant hybrids coming up. So for those that if that's your jam, tune in for these. This is sour tarts. Um, Tell me what the genetics were, and I forgot them off the top of my head.
This joint, this jam, turn up again.
Beautiful texture on this. Again with the cure, again with the stickiness, but yet a fantastic trim. No extra sugar leaves trying to add extra weight and take away my flavor. Very nice. I didn't do the thing. I know what y'all like. I missed it on the first and the second. Isn't that what the nails are for? Shout outs to the 2 folks that have just stepped into the room. Wow, that's sticky. Comment and let me know if our audio is doing better now. Before we was having some technical difficulties. So hoping that we got that all out of the way. You're hearing me nice and clearly. We got another person tapping in. You are looking at sour tarts. We are matching our cannabis with herbs for total body wellness at any time of day and educating people about the different experiences that you can somewhat start to predict when you're encountering flower. What I'm saying about these herbs is what it is known to be, but only you and your experience can start to match these different smells for what it does to you. If you just tapping in, you might have missed when we mentioned that caffeine makes us tired. Caffeine will not keep me awake if I'm sleepy. I can drink a cup of coffee at night and then go to bed. It's just a warm, hot drink, you know? Versus other people, they're very caffeine sensitive. So, as with all things, definitely don't simply take my word for it. Try it out for yourself. Think about any flavors that you may have encountered that smells like these profiles and how they made you feel. Because that's what matters the most. How do you feel? What you over there doing?
I'm staring.
I
I'm staring all at you like a kid in a candy store, happy about what is falling and crumbling right in front of my face.
It's about to happen
I'm
for
excited, excited beyond excited.
you. What teas were you feeling with this blend? In case you need
So for this blend, I set out some teas. I'm gonna do a final sniff. Wow, I miss this candy. Whatever this is, it reminds me of my childhood. Might be a weed in my childhood. I've been smoking since I was 8 years old.
Oh
So it
my
might take me
goodness.
back to a puff of the childhood too. But what I did for this one is I brought out a little bit of tanginess. So adding some natural elements of some leaves and some flowers, and then as an added bonus to this, I'm gonna have served with fresh lemon wedge. The tea bases that I have, we're starting off with some moringa.
Love me some moringa.
Moringa is gonna
Talk about
make it really, really good, but it's also gonna help with water weight. So not only is it gonna heal the body, but it's also gonna help the body not just be bloated up and stuff. Because sometimes we walking around here bloated up and stuff. We don't always want to be bloated up and stuff. So this is a good way to detox, to prevent cancer, and to also clear the bladder. A lot of times when people are embracing herb, if they're not embracing herb from a conscious perspective, they might be indulging on things they shouldn't be drinking and shouldn't be eating. So this is a perfect way to like not have that in the case, by embracing this mystical, magical herb moringa. Now to add the flavors with the moringa a little differently, we're going to add a pinch of some mint. Adding cement to this, cement to this, cement to this, cement to this. We are minted up in this. And this is where it's going to get fun. Because the way that this herb smells, it has a very curious flavor profile. So in order to add to the curiosity, and in order to play up on this mystery, we're going to add some sprinkles of a flower. And this flower here is going to be chamomile.
Ooh.
It's gonna give a sweet. It's gonna give a mild creaminess to the end. And remember, this is gonna be served with fresh lemon wedge, which I feel like the way that this the way that this herb, the way that this majestic cannabis brings you in, it takes you on a full journey. But it's very pleasant. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be a good blend. So what we have here, we have some moringa, we have some mint, we have some chamomile, served with the option of a fresh lemon wedge. Um, this can tolerate a mild sweetness. It depends on you. If you like sweet tea, yes, but it doesn't have to be too much because these flavors are powerful in itself. So even think about the herb. Remember when she first banked it out, she said, I just want to not even talk and just roll this up. This does enough by itself. So it doesn't need too much. It might have a crew, but it doesn't need to have everybody. And this herb is very, very good at being independent by itself, while being optional for the crew, but also been reminded that this shit ain't for everybody. So you need to roll it up and smoke it on your own. Be at peace. Embrace her the way that you desire, and don't be in a rush because she desires to be tasted. And you can't be in a rush when you hear the taste.
Respect. What do you smell it? Yeah.
I'm blending up some more for you. That made you excited over there.
Gosh. It smells like fresh air by the ocean. I just want to keep breathing the air in this bowl.
I ain't even smell it yet.
What?
Like, I want to smell it too.
This is space I want to be. Okay. Yes. Shout out to the
We might even be back. I think we're so busy. Yeah.
Audience, I need y'all to engage. You're part of the production team, okay?
Well, see, don't project on the audience, because if that got us so high that we wasn't even here, then we wouldn't even here to see them even let us know, because we was just hot in the sauce. So that one was a good. That was a good. If you need to reset, get back into you. Maybe you've been at work all day. Maybe you've been tending to the kids. Maybe people just been asking you questions. If you want to go away, that is a perfect way to go away and to release, because you also releasing a water weight. You're releasing gut fat. So it's also a good way to let go of what you've been holding on to and getting back to you.
Yes.
Willpower. That's a good willpower blend.
Yeah, so to recap, we start the day with the blueberry ice pop. And that's for those days when you don't feel like dating. This gonna get you up out the bed. This is gonna pull you up and into whatever it is you got to do, okay? This sour lemon. Oh wait, I feel like the herbal recap has to come along before I go into that with the blueberry.
Oh yeah. You about to test me on the spot, because I did not know how to remember this on Earth. Yes, on the spot memory. So what we did with that one is we paired that one with pine. Yes. We did pine, fresh dried lemon peel. We also did lemongrass. We also did carosy, which is a good herb for detox. I might be saying it wrong. If you out there, you say carosy or whatever you say. Shout out to you. Blessings to you also. And this one also had a splash of lavender, so the lavender undertones was good for just, again, getting up and getting out, while also purging out whatever stagnation that wanted to keep you in the bed in the first place.
Hey. And then the super lemon gelato. This one was the get up but create. Do something creative with your mind. Express yourself. Free that throat chakra. You feel me? Great on this is your on the way to work, Jay, if you about that kind of life.
It was on the way to work kind of, Jay, and the kind that you actually smile and wave and you don't mind the interactions. And you might, like you're actually cool. Shout out to the reminder, the throat chakra. This one is rooted in red with the goji berry. It also has the red sage. We complement it with a black oolong tea. And there was another ingredient. We got the goji berry. We got the red sage. Oh, and the red rose. Yes.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Bringing us to our last strain that you just watched us wrap up, the sour tarts, the umami, the unique blend, that deep meditative focus. I think that's why I had to do that. I had to bring myself back into this, because that joint right there had me sitting up in my room. And it's on camera. There are witnesses. We both checked out.
Yeah.
We checked.
The camera checked out. I think just the checking of the out happened.
It did. I checked in to my
there we
mind.
go. I checked in.
It was great. Love it. Love it. And once again, shout outs to 420. You can find these flavors this weekend when I am your guest bud tender.
Where your plug? You just wasn't moving to the next step yet. Go ahead with your plug though.
Or I am the guest bud tender. And happy y'all are tapping in right now for these BTSs. All I know is like this. It might. We don't know what kind of audio and video is gonna make it out into this reel. It might be a whole nother song, and I just put captions. You don't even hear. But for those who are tapped in to see the magic behind the movement, man, we really appreciate you. So yes, the pairing of the herb with this umami, this unique tea blend.
Yes, yes, yes. And for the last one that we just spoke about, or the latest one that we just spoke about, I crafted for you some beautiful moringa leaf. For moringa leaf, we have that complemented by mint. And the mint is also complemented by a sprinkle of chamomile.
Meditation.
Meditation for your soul, as this is one that's about the water, so it balances the water, even adding water to that which is fat, so it can come out of you via water. And not only that, it is complemented with pink grapefruit. Yeah.
Yes.
Pink grapefruit.
With the pink grapefruit. So, man, Saturday, these teas, these trees, they happening. Now, may you help me with this, babe?
Yes.
Moving on up and around the rainbow. Man, oh man. I'm still tripping off the focus of this sour tarts. So again, different people have different needs, different things at different times. And that sour tarts would make me lock in. Like I wouldn't be feeling like I have to hit a whole bunch of J's to get somewhere. I'm there. It took me there immediately. Man. But it didn't take me down. It's only in my head.
Left brain, very left brain. What part of your head is it in for you?
Am I feeling analytical? I'm feeling very observational.
Very frontal lobe.
Like,
very frontal lobe.
I would love if. Shout outs to houseplants, yo. Shout outs to trees and shit. Like this, I just feel rooted and growing, and just like I'm cool being still and observing for a moment, and not even thinking on with either side of my brain. Being.
Because it's kind of want you to let go of everything.
Yes, being is enough.
Yeah, so maybe I need to let go of my left brain.
The peace that brought was this is good for if you're feeling really stressed and you just want to release that completely.
That's why I said if you've been mothering all day or fathering all day, if you have been somebody's employee all day, or you've been exhausting yourself as your own employee all day, and you need to like get back to yourself, this one, woof, boom, and you're going. And you're sipping your tea. You know, it might be interesting. You might need to sip your tea first. Because you're not going to remember to do much after you light it. You're going to just be like so into whatever you needed to be, wherever you needed to go, that it's just wow. And you're back to yourself with ease, you know? So I think the beauty of feeling or coming back to yourself with ease.
I think somebody commented, but it popped up and then it just disappeared. Okay.
One day we'll have our moderator here.
We will. They will be here.
Our mod.
It will be awesome.
Shout out to the mod. Hey, mod.
Yes, thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. I opened it up out of the bag, but first of all, I didn't say much because this is the smell that people want. That's the smell they love. It's that gas. It's that zaza. It's that, I call it the Runsa Cakealato profile. And it has our people in the chokehold. And I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. It has us in the chokehold like Hennessy. I think that this particular profile is showing people a truth that they thought was just limited to an older generation that was always looking for their specific kind of flower. And that truth that I feel in my heart of hearts is that, there's nothing wrong with having your specific types of flowers and just growing that one type well. Grow that one thing and let that thing be that, and the people will come back and 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 back for it. You know? People have their drink. They might have tried a lot of different things. They tried Remy, they tried Salmiak, they drank E&J and Pimason and all sorts of stuff, and now they on Scotch, and their drink of choice is Glenmorangie, or maybe they prefer Hennessy. They're a cognac person. That's what they drink. Maybe they like Jameson. I don't know. All I'm getting to is that it's okay to have a preference of a profile, knowing also what we've been discussing about these different experiences that these different things are going to give. Let me get more specific about this Runs to Cake Lotto profile and why it might be that many people of color all have in common that they love this one right here. When you look at some of the commonalities and what we deal with in this country that we live in. So, heavy on the myrcene, heavy on the limonene, heavy on the caryophyllene. What does that mean? As we've been talking, y'all been paying attention, class. The first one I named was that myrcene. That's that sweet, berry, earthy relaxation. Myrcene is the most prevalent terpene to be found. It's found in well over 78% of all of your strains at some level. It's found in rosemary. It's found in several other herbs, but they say that this is one of the chief notes of the couch lock effect. It's found in mangoes. This is one of the reasons why they're telling people to eat a mango about half an hour before you smoke, and it'll make you a little bit higher. What do people mean when they say higher? By higher, they mean more stoned. It's a very down high. Interesting. The more I think about that, when you talk about getting real high, you're actually talking about real low. But anyway, the pain relief that we are seeking, both mental and physical, all of those notes are very, very high, specifically in these flavors. That's the strain. That heavy on the pain relief, heavy on the mood uplifting. Because if that limonene wasn't there over top or at a high level with that myrcene, you would not have this punch of sparkle, that candy-like sweet that comes on top. Because myrcene doesn't play out that sweet when it's just that. It's earthy, but it doesn't snap in your nose like that lemon zest, like an orange peel. That being said, let's get into this little camera over here on the sides. Close cam, real quick. One time for your mind. Shout outs to Network Farms and this lovely, 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 lovely white gummies. Once again on beautiful bud structure. And again on this trim. Can't love enough. Once more, this cure. Breaking up beautifully. Sticky and yet coming right across. This is how you know it's a good moisture versus the moisture that is present when a plant didn't get to finish drying out long enough. A lot of folks miss that out. They dry it, but they don't cure it to let that oil repopulate itself in the plant. It's so amazing how this plant continues to age and have a life after it has been cut. Similarly to when you're cutting flowers and you cut roses before they've bloomed. This is the bloom part. Don't fuck up the bloom. You can fuck up the bloom. If you don't have it in the water, if you don't have the right temperature, if you're not doing the right things for this rose, then your bloom gonna be crazy. It's gonna start wilting before it even gets a chance to open up. Shout outs to lilies. Shout outs to beautiful, beautiful flowers. And the fact that they bloom after being cut. life after death. They keep living without their roots, displaced from the place that they came from, but they are not dead. They are still alive. Yeah. I mean, gardening is so sacred, and just this idea, the blessings of these herbs and fruits and vegetables, and crystals and incenses, and like all of these things on earth just healing you. You just smelling stuff, feeling good. What? Earth is cool, and being a human on it is a blessing.
Actually,
Because you couldn't. You could also not be human, but still on Earth. All right. So I've broken up a nice little bit for us to taste this with. Let me switch over to the Baba Cam. What you got cooking for us over there?
I appreciated a lot.
And for some reason, before you even began to speak, this one made me go into action. I had to get some herbs from the Amazon here, some shamanic herbs. So back to the season of the shamanic herb. This herb is great for alertness. This herb is great for um, so the purpose of a certain type of medicine that people have gravitated their addictions towards is to get you stuck. And this is to get you up. Shout out to Emil LaRue. I see you down, but when are you gonna get up? So the purpose of this Amazon herb is to waken up your spirit, to waken you up. A lot of alertness. This is something you will take by day because it allows you to be alert. It also flushes the system. It's good for anxiety. It's good for insomnia. It's good for low and weak will, low and weak motivation, low and weak cognitive strength. So it clears out the mind while wakening you up. So that's the base of this. It also has some sprinkles of some lemongrass. These two go Gayaza and lemongrass go together very well. Um, but I have something else that I want to add to the mix. And that's something else that I want to add to the mix is some cacao flakes. Because adding the cacao flakes to this mix is going to another herb, another ritualistic medicine. Um, that's very, very beautiful because this works for the heart. The groove is in the heart. So if the first one allows you to tap into your willpower, and this also allows you to tap into your heart, which again is your willpower. Your groove is in the heart. So allowing you to be able to beat as your own self, allowing you to be able to breathe as your own self, allowing you to be able to process you as your own self. Even if you are currently contemplating whether you want to give up a relationship with something that keeps you stuck. But imagine if you're able to move through something that's so heavy, how light you will feel when you don't have to push through heaviness, but you can actually rest in lightness. So ease is something that we have to trust, especially when we've been convinced to labor for so long. We're convinced that hustling um, is our source, when hustling is the quickest form of depletion because you're not even present in what you're hustling for. And if you ever get to a destination, you won't realize it because you've been hustling. The hustling is a fast lie because they lie to themselves, to lie to everybody else to gain a little bit of wealth. This allows you to quit hustling on your own fucking self and to just tap um, in a very sexy way, though, because these flavors complement each other in a very sexy way. It can be very thick tasting in the mouth because this medicine that you're moving through is also very thick, but it's also very pleasant. Um, I might even be even sexy and add some cinnamon to this. I might even be sexy to sprinkle some clove into this.
I like that.
You know, uh, yeah. And clove again. Clove is something our ancestors would braid clove in their hair before they go to cemeteries. Why? Because they don't want no spirits falling back. So if you out here on the block smoking that zaza of everybody, then you don't want no spirits following you back. You know what I mean? So there's certain things that happens. Cinnamon allows things to purge away from you, but it also allows your intention to manifest faster. But it also brings everything is something, So I think this sexy something will be very complimentary. This very powerful, potent, sexy healer, Hashayo. Will be very complimentary to the person who's addicted to that ya, because they forgot their ya. Yeah.
Okay. And shout out to our camera lady switching angles right now. Saturday. Catch us Saturday as we proceed
to give you what you need. I did. Ooh, no. That's a responsibility.
I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all look at my nails real quick while we get that. Oh. But we sounding good over here. Okay. Okay.
I got glove. Here. Let me take this glove off. I'm like, I ain't working.
Oh.
All of a sudden, I can hear you. Shout out to it. While I'm here, let me get some.
Are you telling me that my mic doesn't work on my main thing? That on this camera there's no mic? That's what they're saying.
I know what I'm saying.
That's the word on the street. I don't even have time to process that right now. Although people said that the sound was good, right?
Because it's coming from somewhere.
We were just watching it. We were just hearing ourselves.
And it sounded clear, right?
Right.
Right. From somewhere.
From somewhere.
Yeah.
Over the rainbow. Yep. So once again, this is our answer from the Penthouse Boys. Really, really loving this. Loving the smell. Loving the look. Feels a lot like what just happened before, but again, it's the order of these notes that made this a bit different. What would you say is the difference in smell between this one and the last one? Logical.
This one wasn't as funky, so it didn't have as much onion.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that that one was heavy in onion, this one might have been beneficial because it didn't have onion, but it might have had like cumin. You know, so still spice.
Uh-huh.
More, and both are seeds. One is a bulb, one is a seed.
Huh.
You know, but yeah. And for some reason it has some type of citrus undertone. So I'm looking forward to seeing if I'm gonna add some citrus to this mix because I'm not sure yet.
Called it again. So the thing to note here, and see, this is where things get tricky because my nose knows what my nose knows. And as we're both sitting here calling out these same entities that exist as molecules in the air perceived by our brain for us to talk about, he called this smell one thing, I named it by another. Smell is so unique and specific to each person. It's the season to taste of it all. And you can smell this flower and get a completely different experience, nose, reaction, feeling, just by smelling it. It might smell like, oh, I smell, different notes. It's so interesting. What I've also come to notice that is amazing about weed is how. Oh, I'm about to turn it to your camera, Bob.
Word.
I think that your nose is telling you how your encounter is going to be. That's why things smell different to each of us because the flower is going to hit us differently. Of course, science hasn't done those studies yet, but I volunteer as tribute for whatever gets to happen. Go ahead, though. I'm sorry, you're working this out.
Oh, be at peace, be at peace, be at peace. So the very first thing I want to ground the situation in is an herb called Damiana. Damiana is a mood stabilizer, so it balances the mood, it balances the hormones. Even if you're a woman and you happen to have tough moon cycles, this is great when you're on your moon cycle. It's a moon cycle best friend. It also can be an aphrodisiac, so it will make you feel warm inside as it relates to yourself. Just because you warm inside doesn't mean you have to give it to somebody else. In addition to this, I'm gonna add a little stank on it, and this is gonna add just a little bitter to complement the sweetness. But also, too, Damiana is a medicine that you can embrace
with cannabis or not with cannabis at all, and it will still give you the effects of cannabis. So, Damiana has psychotropic properties that's also very smokable. What I'm gonna add to this mix is a little bit of mugwort. Mugwort is gonna be very interesting. So you have this mugwort, you have this Damiana, so we're gonna be very dreamy. Also, we're gonna be in the body, but we're also gonna be in the head, and we're gonna also be in the spirit, and we're gonna also be in the self. But since this herb is giving so fucking much, then I cannot stop giving to this as I go to another herb, present with my ancestors, present with my folks, present with those that are familiar with ancient Egyptian medicine. This beautiful flower right here is called blue lotus. Okay. Another smokable flower. Another medicine that's a psychotropic, psychoactive. It activates the brain. Everything in here is gonna activate every aspect of yourself by allowing you to open up to yourself. While also been another cleanser. So this is a beautiful cleanser. And the reason why I felt this medicine is necessary is to counteract everything that's gonna want to make you go down. This is gonna also make you get up. So why not? Why not allow yourself to fly high? Shout out to Outcast. Touch what I never touched before, seen what I never seen before, reach out and touch the sky, sky high, sky high, sky high. Yeah, shout out to that. I don't even know if that's the words or the lyrics no more, but that's what came to my spirit in this moment. And this is the beauty of this blend. The beauty of this blend. And it smells very, it smells very good. It smells very Alice in the Wonderland like, because maybe it's about to take you to the Alice of the Wonderland.
Wow. I wore these nails in hopes that there would be a tea with that as an ingredient. Even though I know that's the one that turns purple, right?
No. But for shits and giggles, why not? Why not reach here and add some purple pussy flower to it? Literally called purple pussy flower, also known as clitoris flower, also known as butterfly pea flower. But I call it purple pussy. I mean, it's clitoris. It's really the name. It's purple pussy. It's octopus. It's all the things that's melanated in the pussy. And that's enough of those stories. But yeah, so this would be a great. This is gonna be great.
No, this is the greatest one yet. Like, I want to drink that.
I did too. I almost just looked at the Jay, looked at this, and was like, how do I this is gonna be.
Can I pour hot water over it now?
And just go ahead and just.
What's the best way?
Yeah.
That one is the one and not the two. And not the two. Wow.
I would do a cream something in here too.
Ooh.
So
a cream.
Yeah. Maybe that might be a milk. That might be actually just a light cream to it. But I will add some type of a cream to this too.
Oat milk. We can do that in there too.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yeah. So this might be something, but I will do something like that to it. It would be yeah. So even though it's a tea, it'll also give like a whole milk bath effect.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the thoughts of the medicine. The thoughts of the medicine.
Well. Wow. It's so interesting how similar those smell, but how different. This is beautiful. And the tea that you made, the synergy that we have and this reflection, like first how we smelled it, but once you've broken it down and really started disturbing those trichomes and busting those open, you get way more of the smell. You know what I'm talking about. You might smell the weed one way, but once you apply pressure and you start bursting those trichome heads, I mean, you all know what it looks like when you're looking at it underneath the microscope. They're actually very fragile. You can see the bulb at the tip of this teeny, fragile, hair-like strand of oil. And that's how it grows. And when you touch it, it bursts. And then it's just, destroyed trichomes and whatnot. Does that mean that it's taking anything away from your flower? Not necessarily. It depends on what it busts up on or busts up in, if you will. I say that because, after you maybe dumped out the flour out of the bag, you can see the residuals on that bag. You can see things still left on the glass, and that's from disturbing your medicine. So that being said, broken down, rolled up, that dry pull. What?
So with the milk or the cream base, the oat milk, as you suggested, I would also do like a dried pineapple.
Oh,
The dry pull was
wondering
like giving me it was giving me something. I don't know how the dry pull
pineapple
took
cream
me to
purple.
like
What?
yeah.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
What about mango? Our mangoes in America don't taste like the mango that I'm thinking of with this particular one. From my tropical mango.
Mm-hmm.
Guava. Although you did say citrus, what citrus fruit was it going to be? Last time it was grapefruit. This time it was pineapple.
I feel like the sweetness of the dried pineapple just been mild coming out. But it could also be mango.
And then pineapples are great in their way. You just expect it. Beautiful. I'm so pleased with my decisions and how different each one of these are. It makes me want to get the whole chakra box. Like,
Yeah.
comment and let me know. Would you get the 7 flavor chakra box? Would you get flowers that correlate with each of your chakras and energies and moods and general experiences that cannabis can give you? I really feel like almost every flower can be put into these different categories. And if you wanted to get deeper, you could go into which one is the most relaxing, like which one really, really just made you straight up go to sleep. But there's not just one. It's still just an experience. And these are the ones that put you to sleep. Pick your flavor. Pick your price point. Pick your quality level. But know that just like with alcohol, when we go shopping, if they treated us with alcohol like they treat people with weed, you would never stand for that. That shit crazy. You just go into the liquor store and they're like, what you want, dark or white? And you're like, no, not whiskey, not brandy, not scotch, just dark. They give you a bottle that has a name and it tells you what the alcohol percentage is. It's 40% alcohol. It's dark. But is it dark rum? What is it? Is this E&J? Is it Hennessy? What is this? Figure it out. That would be crazy. And yet here we are with weed, and that's how we shop. It's the indica, it's the sativa. Figure it out. Have fun. This is the name, and this is the THC percentage. keep bringing up Hennessy and stuff. That's not my favorite drink. I don't even really care to drink liquor. I prefer beer and wine.
I can't drink no Hennessy. I'm not old enough. I ain't black enough. I ain't a lot of things enough.
I had a whole Hennessy chapter of my life.
Ain't never. That's for grown-ups.
Once again, it must be the indicas. Or are we getting that high? Or do we just... Is our body calling for this relaxation?
I'm still trying... Don't, you're right. If you have bodies, don't sing that song. Don't.
Oh,
That's the off-camera thing. I was about to go there too, but we can't go there now. Here.
No, we just have to seriously say that our body is calling.
For some jollof spaghetti.
Ooh, yes.
And then my rest. Oh, crap. And I got to show up at 6 o'clock for some... Not crap.
Oh, the friend.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing major.
Yeah. All right, let's hurry. I too have to leave.
I'm curious about how to add to this. 3:41. It is.
I'll have to be getting the boy in 2 hours from now. All right, 2 more flavors left. Goodness gracious.
2 more flavors. Goodness gracious. 2 more flavors.
Yes, production
To the
notes.
goodness
That's
of the
another
gracious.
to this side. As we get ready for the close cam. Shout outs again to everybody that is tuned into the behind the scenes, trying something different with how we shoot. Really happy to get... How did you... Are you typing this?
Yeah,
I'm like, you have an assistant?
I do.
This whole time?
A lot of this. You gotta just sign to the...
They're in the audience? Transcribe? What? Wow, it's a whole conversation over here. Wow, okay. Promethazine. We already know what this one is going to do. Goodness gracious.
I don't. Well, your weeds are.
Promethazine lean. What's interesting is that this one actually smells kind of clean, like soap. Like dollar store soap aisle.
Yeah, that's really good smells.
These are very French.
Right. I look forward to smoking that one because what it's given to me is osamine. Osamine is known for its decongestant properties. It has a kind of tropical, yet herbaceous kind of nose to it. I'm looking forward to, like I said, the allergies. Many people, once they find that osamine varietal, they swear by it, especially with the seasonalities of what's going on with the seasonalities of our weather. Oh, because it's on Facebook and it's delayed. I'm all like, where are my hands? Lord have mercy. Once again, in advance, shouting out the production team.
So the production team, we appreciate you.
We do.
Near and far. We appreciate you wherever you are. But truly deep down in our heart, we need you right here with us for this part.
Yes. And shout outs to Cornerstone Productions. Shout outs to the homie Del Franklin, who is an amazing, amazing, amazing producer of all things TV and film and live. For your live film and recording needs, he is the man with the plan. You need a jumbotron, you need an LED screen, you need to be broadcasted what's happening on stage to a bunch of different screens in a bunch of different places, online, downstairs, and to the audience in the balcony. That's what he do. And when I need some things done, I'm so thankful that he believes in what I'm doing, and on more than one occasion has pulled up with an entire staff to have this multi-angle, multi-camera setup and run the switches. Amazing. So once we found this software, we thought that it was something that I could do. He suggested it. Dell, this is your fault. You're the one that said that I could have the laptop right here and I could do this, okay? It's not easy to be the talent and the producer.
He didn't say about ease. He said you can do.
He did. And I am.
Okay.
But still. No, I respect the work that is happening behind the scenes and behind the camera and backstage. Shout out to the stage crew, man. Like all of the magic that it takes to put on a production. On and off the camera. So outside of that, I said just one terp with the osamine, but I know it's so much more than that. Let's see what happened. And a lemon spice under nice. Well, underneath, but I wanted to rhyme, so I did it. Please don't unfollow me.
Now, just a little mindfulness tip when it comes to lemon. Lemon juice specifically when you are embracing cannabis. If you embrace your cannabis and you mess up a whole thing of lemonade afterwards, just know that your high might decrease. Lemon actually brings your high of cannabis down. So it's also good to be around if you end up smoking too much weed or you're smoking weed with people who don't really know how to smoke weed and they might find themselves too messed up. You can always embrace some lemon. But when you're embracing tea, a lot of this tea that I'm crafting is having lemon peel opposed to lemon juice to balance out what it is that you feel.
That's what it is right now. Oh, and we are back. Actually, it's lime.
It's gonna be cereal. It looked like if you crack open a crunch berry, purple.
Are you guys getting how? Oh, it's not gonna be real time. I gotta wait.
You have to
I can
trust.
only hope and trust
Yes.
that what I'm doing is right, and that you guys can see just how beautifully purple this is.
Very beautiful.
Here we go. Did I do a good job? And no. No. Still no.
You did it's
no. Only at the very end. But now I know where the sweet spot was. I can go straight to it for you and do the proper backup. And that should have hit that. All right.
Word. You want me to get into the teas while you're rolling it up?
Yeah.
Then let me cue my camera
Let's
person
make
to
sure
the bottom
you
of the
smelled it right. Yes, to the close cam, to the Baba cam.
I find to be very, very simple in the way that it shows up. I'm almost feeling black tea again. We spoke about how's that gonna taste? I'm really feeling a simple black tea, but I will add hints of jasmine to it. Ooh, we love jasmine. And I feel like this would be the time that the jasmine tea could come to the stage.
Hey, and she loves purple. Shout out to my best friend Jasmine. Also have to shout out my other best friend, so if they see that I shouted out my best friend Jasmine, they gonna feel some kind of way. Love you, Candace. Love you, Jasmine. You know what's really wild? And I love you, Aaron, of course. Jasmine shares a birthday with Candace and a name with Jasmine. The first Jasmine in chronological order. Shout outs to Jasmine and Aaron. Jasmine with a Z. We've been friends since elementary school.
A very simple jasmine blend. A blend of Jasmine and Jasmine's friends.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And a simple blend that will make this a nice black tea. More so greenish. But might pair it. With nothing.
You said black jasmine tea?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the black will just come from Japanese or oolong tea.
Does kiwi belong in this? Does it do anything?
I was seeing, because before you said kiwi, I was thinking of, let me see.
Oh, it's Dracula time. Or pear. Oh my gosh.
If that's the case, and I'll do.
The pear.
I think I'll do a kiwi avocado pear.
Avocado.
Mm-hmm.
Kiwi avocado.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go again.
I think for that one, I'll do a kiwi avocado pear. The pear will be nice and sweet with the avocado. And the kiwi. The kiwi gonna be as grassy as I need.
You picked up. What different notes did you pick up from the dry pool versus the other periods of?
The dry pool gave me pear. It also might have gave me some wheatgrass. And I'm still like an avocado. That's why the fuck not.
Interesting.
Yeah. Or I'll replace the avocado with cucumber.
Yes. What? That was it. I wish I could dry pull it one more time. It's cucumber. So I almost said dragon fruit, but that was just because it's such a filler in a texture. But no, that was it. Freaking cucumber, jasmine. If you don't want to end your day with that,
A cucumber jasmine pear. That sounds very beautiful.
this is a shower that washes off your day. This is a spa
Mm.
that you are detoxing your successful week of interactions
Yes.
away from. Wow. This is another one I don't want to stop smoking. It makes me want to just stop the broadcast and just tell y'all go ahead. Catch me on Saturday, July 15th at Fort 20 as your guest bud tender. These flavors and so many more will be available. These are just some of my favorite things. Went out, checked out, had some folks that I bangs with real tough, really love what they're doing with the flower and their brand. and I'm excited to give them placement in this dispensary. If you, or somebody you know, got that fire, let me know. Let me know. Mm-hmm. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. What I feel. No, because this tastes so good, man. Only one flower left. And then it's Jollof spaghetti time. Hopefully, I can have the time to experience it.
And if you don't, then it's your own fault. That's the joke. I don't know how to get into the song. So my first bubble can died. I've added my second to the mix. Second bubble can. Now in effect. Wow. And because it is the afternoon shower, the whole essence of the pear and cucumber gives a coolness. This will not be one of your most hottest teas. Um, uh, Not a chill tea by far, although it could be a very beautiful chill tea too.
Yeah, I would love that. But it's made for everybody.
Yeah, actually jasmine, and then I have the pear juice with the cucumbers floating. I would actually crush the cucumbers, like, busting that up.
And last, but certainly not least, oh man, did I have both these mics open again? Oh, ain't nobody tapped in on my Facebook no more. Wow. Some sticky one. Eek. Still recording for posterity, and I actually love that there's not a lot of people who are watching it now because there's not that many witnesses to all of the behind the scenes shenanigans. This the behind the scenes. That's crazy.
You know, Facebook gets like Tiffany said nobody watch it. Look back, like 20 people comment. She was like, oh,
yeah,
myself.
That's true. It do. Giraffe pussy is aptly named as it does smell like the cunt of an animal. Musky, cunty. Let's put my nose.
How excited am I about smelling the cunt of an animal? I can't say I'm highly motivated at all. You should have kept those thoughts to yourself. All right, giraffe pussy. Just have a grass-fed diet. Okay. You eat your grass. We into nature. But you still a pussy, though. Okay. It wasn't that bad smelling giraffe pussy after all. Animal cut. I don't know what to do for a living.
Oh my gosh. So, to the green cam. Ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba. All right. It's that old familiar structure that we know and love. I haven't been doing the crush test like I normally do. See, I've been missing out on how sticky this weed actually is. And I apologize to y'all for that. My bad.
We don't apologize over here.
You will forgive me.
We ain't got no choice because I'm here.
Y'all gonna get this fuck up. You have a musical guest.
DC. What you bought a place to work
Mm. Yeah, the road was blocked off on the way out. Crowd tape. I was thinking about just, man. Where did that trauma? It's a battlefield. It's not normal to just have a spot where mad people have been murdered at. Like, what in the world? That's crazy. To just know, like, multiple people have died at this intersection. At that corner store. In front of this liquor store. Just.
Mm-hmm. You know, the shrines that are in DC is just ridiculous for people that want to be Christians.
Ba-da-ba.
I be like, there's so many shrines everywhere. Everywhere. And he tends to them well. So much so to believe nobody mess with them shrines. And them thousands of bottles and stuff.
Yep.
It's real. When they come back every year, shout out to like the customs that are in the DNA where the people even acknowledge what their DNA is. But you gotta know your people to know who your people. If you don't know your people, then you don't know that you are people.
Yeah. The need to remember the ancestors. Speak their names. Let they live forever.
Roll joints for your ancestors. Roll joints for your ancestors.
Pour a little liquor for the homies. All right. And the medicine, Cam, for you.
It is me.
It is you now.
Give it to me. Bring it to me.
What you say?
Going to be a simple tea. A mullein and dandelion tea.
Ooh.
This tea will make sure that you are ready to do whatever you do inside that direct probably areas. Where is
So based on these teas, the giraffe pussy is not the most indica one. It was that one with the lotus and the blues. That was that white gummies or was that answer?
the answer?
Or,
The one that they got more. I'm not lying. This looks like it's gonna be a mullein. It's going to be a holy basil.
oh, I like that
And
holy
it's
basil.
going to be a valerian root.
Ooh. I love valerian root. Talk to the people about valerian root.
Valerian root is an Obatala herb. What does that mean? It's an herb that belongs to sky gods. So if you're going to go get high, you have to tend to your head. Valerian root, it relaxes you. It centers you. It's great for the nervous system. If you find yourself nervous, if you find yourself um, so busy in the nerve with someone else that you can't be in the nerve of your own, it's great for getting you back there. Uh, yeah. Holy basil is also another herb that's good for relaxing the nervous system in a jovial way, so in a very joyous way, in a way that reminds you that your abundance is found in your rest and not in your stress. You know, to accompany that with the mullet, that means as you are sipping, you're also clearing out your lungs, meaning your God force is able to shine out more. Um, as this is great for your God source. It takes a God to go inside of a giraffe pussy, child, and smell that shit, um, and appreciate it. So how about that?
Hey.
I didn't want to do it, but I did. So what's this drop pull gonna be about? What is this drop pull gonna be about? What you giving? What you giving?
um, it's still musky. It's not so much gas. It's a little sweet, but it's just like, what is the word for that? Twang. Oh, giraffe.
Very grassy.
But it's like not in a bad way. Like this weed might taste like hay. It's levels to the grassy.
It's still giving wheatgrass. Like this would be tea and a wheatgrass shot. You know? Or if it's not giving wheatgrass, it's giving spirulina.
Oh, it was. It really was. Wow. Yes. That one. Wow. Wow. hmm. Not to be confused. Sproil is the blue one
It comes in blue also.
and green.
Mhm.
Cause I was about to say not to be confused with chlorophyll. Chlorophyll.
Yeah, not to be confused with chlorophyll at all.
But then I stopped. I was like, well, wait. Don't it come in blue spirulina? Mm.
Let's see.
It is definitely on the indica dominant side for sure, but hybrid as fuck is all I got. Head high, can I wanna know? It's a head high. No, I felt myself get into an elevator in my mind.
So all these heavy herbs
Huh? You did that. We did that. This is not rehearsed.
then.
We didn't know. I didn't flip. Well, I will say this: the selection process that led me to V7 was a bit arduous. There were many more. I have more that I took with me to sample, but there were still more that I didn't take, of which I chose these from. What am I looking for? It's not to say that the flavors I didn't choose were not good. They're great. They're all great. The Black Cherry Nerds, the Bruce Leroy, the Ooh Wee, love them. Love them so much. But what each of these different flavors did was took my palate in a different direction. So where you have again with the alcohol metaphors to make it easy for others. You know, folks that drink around, they're just trying all these different things. Then you get to the folks that they only drink this one specific type, but they'll try different types of whiskey. They'll sample a whole flight of scotch, or maybe it's tequila, or whatever their drink is. Once they narrow in on the one, then they just keep on doing different things that are similar to that. Um, Word to what I was saying about the Runts of Cacolato profile. There's so many different flowers that are just in that profile and kind of are all given different versions of the same thing. So finding all of these different notes from the most energetic to creative to focus to peace and relaxation and finally sleep. It's a beautiful thing. Shout outs to the dispensaries. Shout outs to knowing your grower. Shout outs to you.
Shout outs to knowing your herbs, because
Yes.
knowing your blessed to the dispensaries, blessed to the growers, and blessed to the herbs. You know, again, we're speaking about nature medicine and how nature medicine can literally come in and change your life. You know, when I think of herbs, I think of their medicinal properties. I also think about their healing properties, their spiritual properties, their metaphysical properties, because every herb is sacred. You know, in Yoruba land, we actually sing to our herbs. You know, to awaken up dry herbs, we sing to our herbs because the process of being in relationship with something that has rested in place, waiting for you to show up in a space to rejuvenate it. It's a gracious offering. You know, so even when you're setting your intention when preparing your herb, set your intention. Don't just run to the herb, but be present with what it is that you need from the herb. So therefore, you're tapping into your higher self and you're manifesting with the herb. You're allowing the herb to heal you. You're allowing the herb to reach whatever part of your body it's in need of. You're just not using the herb as an escapism. And you're allowing all these herbs to be friends. Um, you know, because herb is a communal aspect as much as it should be honored in your independence.
Yes. This was so important to do. I'm so thankful for this first pass of this, bringing this concept to life of the full marriage of the medicine that each unique cultivar has and the power and the healing magic that comes from herbs and the earth naturally. So, that being said, make sure you catch us Saturday, July 15th at Fort 20 Dispensary, 223 Upshur Street, Northwest, DC, past the J.